Hey guys, it's me, Stacy. I'm back doing some work on me. I have my fourth DBT class tomorrow. I need to review some of my notes, and I'm going to make a couple videos for my reference and yours. That's very helpful things. So we're doing dialectical behavioral therapy, and we're focusing first on mindfulness. So I'm going to read an article here by Melanie Pinola, January 2014. To begin, what is mindfulness? Why is everyone talking about it? Okay. Mindfulness is a hot topic these days, just like meditation. As you've noticed, it's getting more attention in the news as more studies come out showing the benefits of mindfulness. While it might sound like a new agey term or maybe even psychobabble to some, there's real evidence that being more mindful can enhance just about every aspect of your life, and it doesn't take hours sitting in lotus position to get there. Here's what you need to know. Mindfulness is both a practice and a state of mind. For example, when you practice mindfulness meditation, you're sharpening your focus usually by paying more attention to something and training your brain to be more mindful long after you've done meditating. When you're exhibiting mindfulness, you're fully engrossed in whatever's going on around you. There are other mindfulness exercises beyond meditating, as you'll see below, and there are many other types of meditation as well. So while the two are closely related, they're not the same. You can think of mindfulness as simply being fully in the moment. Dr. John Habit-Zen defines it as paying attention on purpose, in the present moment, non-judgmentally. That might be the simple definition, but being engaged 100% doesn't come easily, especially in our world of distractions. It means actively listening and not zoning out even a little when your coworker tells the same story for the third time, and it means using all your senses in even mundane situations like washing the dishes or walking to the bus stop. Mindfulness has roots in Buddhist philosophy and religion, but it also takes on new secular definition when viewed from Western psychology lens. Dr. Ellen Langer, a Harvard psychology professor, literally wrote the book on a slightly different concept of mindfulness. She defines mindfulness as including these important attributes. Continual creation of new categories. Instead of relying rigidly on old categories and labels, mindfulness is paying attention to the situation and context and seeing new distinctions. For example, instead of seeing a brick as simply a building object, you could also consider it a bookend, a weapon, a doorstop, and much more. Welcoming new information and seeing more than one point of view. Like category making, mindfulness also implies continue receiving new information and being open to new cues, social and otherwise. You and your partner, for example, might seem to be set in your ways and fight about the same old things, but being open to other person's point of view would change that dynamic. Putting process over outcome, focusing on each step rather than getting anxious about results. Instead of worrying about acting a test, for example, concentrate on truly learning the subject. In short, mindfulness is about tuning in and being more aware of every experience. It has here the benefits of mindfulness: improve memory and academic performance, help with weight loss and eating healthier foods, lead to better decision making, lower stress and help cope with chronic health issues, improve immunity and create positive brain changes, and offer all the other brain benefits we've seen from mindfulness meditation. Mindful is a mental state achieved by focusing one's awareness on the present moment while calmly acknowledging and accepting one's feelings, thoughts, and bodily sensations. 5 basic factors of mindfulness: pause, non-reactivity to inner experience, momentary halt or stop. without reacting. So pause, then notice, observe, notice, attend to sensations, perceptions, thoughts, and feelings, remaining present with the sensation and feelings even if they are unpleasant or painful. So pause and then notice. Then open, non-judgmental of experience, not criticizing oneself for having irrational or inappropriate thoughts or emotions. Curious, self-compassionate, gentle. Synthesize, describing, labeling with words, easily putting beliefs, opinions, and expectations into words. Make sense, organize the various bits and pieces observed. Respond, acting with awareness, not on automatic pilot. Increase concentration / non-distraction, not breaking or spilling things because of carelessness, not paying attention, or thinking something else past or future. Proceed with wisdom, not just reacting habitually. Each of these factors represents a specific brain function. The function can be isolated and practiced separately with mindfulness exercises in order to strengthen and promote the mental activity of being mindful. So that's the first bit there on what it is. So now we're in session 2, how to use mindfulness. So taking hold of your mind, how skills. Non-judgmentally, see but don't evaluate as good as bad, just the facts. Accept each moment like a blanket spread out on the lawn, accepting both the rain and the sun and all leaves that fall upon it. Acknowledge the difference between the helpful and the harmful, and the safe and the dangerous, but don't judge them. Acknowledge your values, your wisdom, your emotional reactions, but don't judge them. When you find yourself judging, don't judge your judging. One, mindfully. Rev it yourself to now. Be completely present to this moment. Do one thing at a time. Notice the desire to be half present, to be somewhere else, to go somewhere else in your mind. Come back to one thing at a time. When you are eating, eat. When you are walking, walk. When you are worrying, worry. When you are planning, plan. When you are remembering, remember. Let go of distractions. If other actions or other thoughts or strong feelings distract you, go back to what you are doing again and again and again. Concentrate your mind. If you find you are doing 2 things at once, stop. Go back to one thing at a time. The opposite of multitasking. So non-judgmentally, then one mindfully means one thing at a time. Then effectively, be mindful of your goals in the situation. Focus and do what's necessary to achieve them. Focus on what works. Don't let emotion mind get in the way of being effective. Play by the rules. Act as skillfully as you can. Do what is needed for the situation you are in, not the situation you wish you were in. And not the one that is fair, not the one that is more comfortable. Let go of willfulness, and sitting on your hands. Practicing love kindness to increase loving compassion. What is loving kindness? Loving kindness is a mindfulness practice designed to increase love and compassion, first for ourselves and then for our loved ones, for friends, for those we are angry with, for difficult people, for enemies, and for all beings. Loving kindness can protect us from developing and holding on to judgmentalness, ill will, hostile feelings toward ourselves and others. Practicing loving kindness. Practicing loving kindness is like saying a prayer to yourself or someone else. As when you are asking or praying for something for yourself or others, you actively send loving and kind wishes and recite in your mind words and phrases that express goodwill toward yourself and others. Loving kindness instructions. Choose a person to send loving kindness toward. Sitting, standing, or lying down, begin by breathing slowly and deeply. Opening the palms of your hands, gently bring the person to mind. Radiate loving kindness by reciting a set of warm wishes such as, may I be happy, may I be at peace, may I be healthy, may I be safe, Gradually work yourself up through loved ones, friends, those who you are angry with, difficult people, enemies, and finally all beings. For example, use a script such as, may John be happy, may John be at peace, and so on. May be happy, may you be at peace. Concentrate on radiating loving kindness to John. Practice each day. Start with yourself, then moving on to others. So then I got to write here, non-judgmental, mindfulness effective calendar. So for example, I got to write my examples down there after. So then here's DBT Mindfulness Module Session 2. Okay, so this is an article here. New studies show pitfalls of doing too much at once. House skills effectively. Focus on what works. Do what needs to be done in each situation. Let go of being right in favor of achieving desired goals and objectives. Play by the rules. Don't cut off your nose in spite to your face. There are times that rules and processes do not seem fair or inconvenient or frustrating. Breaking these rules often leads to more problems for you. Act as skillfully as you can, meeting the needs of the situation you are in, not the situation you wish you were in. Not the one that is just, not the one that is more comfortable, not the one that... Keep an eye on objectives in this situation and do what is necessary to achieve them. Let go of vengeance, useless anger, and righteousness. They hurt you and don't work. Okay. So, ideas of practicing one mindfulness. Awareness while making tea or coffee. Awareness while washing the dishes. Awareness while hand washing clothes. Awareness while cleaning the house. Awareness while taking a slow motion bath. Awareness with meditation. Ideas for practicing non-judgmentalness. Sorry about that. Ideas for practicing